Hey folks, Simon here from Velo Performance. If you're new to the channel, then welcome, and if you're a regular visitor, hey, good to have you back. In this video, I'm going to talk about strength training and why it's so important for master cyclists to focus on it and how to get started into a strength training program if you haven't done one for a while. This video has been inspired by a video from GCN with Dan Lloyd in it, talking all about the benefits of strength training, not only for our cycling, but for our long-term health and longevity. If you don't know anything about me, I started off as a strength coach and a personal trainer, and then started coaching people to do triathlons and Ironmans, and then moved into cycling. But if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I'm a big advocate for doing strength training for master cyclists and for all of us as we get older. So if you're new to the channel, let's do a recap of why I think strength training is so important, not only for us on our bikes and improving our performance, but also for improving our long-term health and longevity. And if you're one of those people that says, come on Simon, just get on with it, then you just need to skip to the next bit. Strength training improves muscular efficiency, muscular force and power, and it increases lactate threshold independently of cardio training. Now, considering our lactate threshold drops as we get older, strength training makes sense. Strength training also improves our ability to ride for longer more economically, so our endurance and also our pedal efficiency. Because we know that just cycling is good for our cardiovascular health as well as our VO2, but it's not great for our bone density and it's really not good at holding on to lean muscle mass. So we need to have a different impulse to make sure that we hold on to that precious lean muscle mass to make us healthier and stronger. But more importantly than that, and I think this is the most important bit to think about, is the amount of lean muscle mass you have is the predictor of your longevity. So the more lean muscle you have, the greater life and health span you have. So it doesn't make any sense to me, with all the understanding that we have, that our availability to read about strength training, why cyclists just shy away from doing strength training and just ride the bike. This is why I love that GCN has been highlighting the importance of strength training for master cyclists, not just for their cycling, but their long-term health. But what they really didn't get into was the weeds of how to get started back in the gym. So in this video, I'm going to talk about sets, reps and rest, movement pattern warm-ups, exercise prescription, fixed path versus free weights, why I only include push, pull for upper body, 3 common mistakes, and how to progress your strength training to get even stronger and faster on your bike. So let's get into it. Heavy versus lighter weights. Should you lift heavy or lighter, and does it really matter for improving your strength? In one study where they looked at older adults from the age of 59 up the way, lower reps of 8 to 12 with heavier weight were superior for improving leg strength in 1 rep max. However, reps of 20 to 24 with moderate weight, where the effort was taken close to failure, showed greater improvements in strength and endurance. But how does that really help us? As a strength and cycling coach with experience in getting cyclists back in the gym, I think it's the latter was where we should all start when you're getting back into the gym. Why? Because it's less stressful on the joints and it's less likely to cripple you with debilitating DOMS or delayed onset of muscle soreness when you're first starting to get back into the gym. Starting strength training with a phase of strength and endurance makes sense to condition the body to cope with greater stresses and progress to pure strength and then reactive strength training later on down the line. So the way that I like to look at it is to think about it as your zone 2 training in the gym. Strength endurance, sets, repetitions and rest. For strength endurance, a classic set should be around about 3 sets of anywhere between 15 and 20 repetitions, with the rest periods being between 30 and 60 seconds. The number of exercises to get started with should be anywhere between 3 and 4 leg strength endurance focused exercises, with 1 to 2 back strength endurance focused exercises and 1 to 2 chest strength endurance focused exercises. Exercise prescription: fixed path versus free weights. Fixed path machines are easier to use because they require less skill. That means you can start building strength quickly with less risk of injury. Machines such as leg press and leg extension can be used to train both legs together and for single leg exercises. Movement pattern warm-ups. This is where we can start learning better movement skills with lighter dumbbells. Incorporating walking lunges, deep sumo dumbbell squats and step-ups are a great way to warm up, activate the muscles and improve our movement patterns. Why I only include push and pull for upper body. Now, cyclists often neglect this area because they don't feel like they need to, but if you've ever cycled a really hilly sportive at pace, you'll know how trashed your back and triceps can feel afterwards. Push exercises include the triceps and pull exercises include the biceps. Let's talk about 3 common mistakes I see cyclists falling into on a regular basis. Number 3 is the most important one: lifting too fast and swinging through exercises. Now, look, the best way to think about this is to load the body and the muscles. So a good place to start is 2 seconds on the lift and 2 seconds on the return, not including single leg work. Yeah, this is harder and you will be surprised how little weight you can lift when you start doing this. However, after time, that changes as your strength improves and you will really notice the difference. Number 3, not following a plan and recording your progress. See, I often see people cherry picking exercises every time they hit the gym, and that's never going to give you the best results. The best way to make sure you're getting progress is to create a plan and follow it consistently, tracking your progress each week so you know that you're getting stronger. Trust me, that makes it way more effective, way more enjoyable and rewarding to see how quickly you progress. Where to go next after you've done a good block of strength endurance training? Well, look, the world is your oyster. There's so many ways you can progress your strength training to get so much stronger and hit back at your aging physiology. The best way to look at it is start with strength endurance as the foundation, move on to lifting heavier with a more pure strength modality. Once you're conditioned, then add in reactive plyometric work when you feel ready to do so. And trust me, you'll notice such a positive change in your cycling speed, climbing ability, and how you look and feel. One more top tip if you're still watching this. Don't stop strength training as you hit the summer. This is where I see a lot of cyclists fall down. So what they do is they focus on strength training in the winter, the summer comes and they just ditch it for riding their bike, which I can sort of understand, but here's the thing. What happens then is they get to a certain point with their strength and drop back down to rock bottom, so they're starting from 0 again. Don't be that cyclist. If you really want to be effective, strong and fast on your bike, you need to maintain that strength. But if you really want to look really strong and have control of being strong and functional with your body right on to the latter stages of your life, remember, strength and lean muscle mass is the predictor of longevity. So ditching strength training makes no sense at all. Stick with it, stick with it, stick with it. Right, I think I've said that enough. Anyway, look, I hope you've enjoyed this video and look, I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Thanks for watching. Cheers.